Alex terrible? Is he terrible? Let's find out. So Slaughter to Prevail announced a pretty big tour. All right, it's going to be in UK and Europe, and it's this one right here. As you can see, Slaughter to Prevail, the Grizzly Winter Tour with Dying Fetus and Suicide Silence. Now, a few videos ago, we spoke about the same issue, but through the Falling in Reverse tour announced, which actually had Slaughter to Prevail on it as well. And there's the thing that happens when a problematic band hops on the road. Any supporting artists that go on the road with this problematic band will get a lot of hate on their socials. And this led to bands breaking up, like See You Space Cowboy broke up when they announced they're gonna tour with Dance Gavin Dance, and you also had Oceano break up when they announced they were touring with Attila. Keep in mind, a lot of bands can't take the heat, especially when you are a band, right? Like, content creators, they have it rough too, all right? Like when Ronnie Radke sent his goons my way through Twitter and Instagram, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I'm like, damn, maybe I should stop making content because I don't know if I could handle like this huge wave of hate. When you're in a band, of course, you're gonna get some hate, like, oh yeah, that band sucks or whatever, but not to like this really massive extent unless you are a problematic guy. So imagine being a band that's loved by everyone, then all of a sudden, boom, your first wave of this gigantic hate. Like, that's a lot on the mental. A lot of bands might not be able to handle that. I do feel bad when bands get like a shitload of hate for something like this, but it's like very momentarily. Did I say that right? But that's the thing. It's just for the moment, because in that last video that I mentioned, I broke down that it's actually like better for bands in the long run to tour with these huge bands that are also problematic. I'm not saying touring with problematic bands gets you clouded, but what I'm saying is when you hop on the road with a huge band, it does help out your band. It does help out your project. And if they're problematic, like, yeah, you're gonna get a shitload of hate, but in the long run, like, trust me, you're good. So like these smaller bands have to choose. Like, they're at a crossroads. They're like, okay, do I take the heat for the moment and in the long run, like, be good? Or do I miss this opportunity and potentially burn bridges for saying like, yeah, I can't tour with you because you're problematic. All right, you're never getting this opportunity again because the band's gonna like cross you off the list of bands they can't tour with. Now, why is Slaughter to Prevail hated or problematic? Well, that's because of their vocalist, Alex Terrible. Before we get into the controversial past of Alex Terrible, I just want to say thank you. This channel just got monetized. We just unlocked members. So if you want, you can support the channel. You could be a smart fella. Click below the join button. There's a bunch of tiers, whatever's comfortable with you. Go ahead and feel free to join it. If not, that's okay too. I just want to thank you for watching. People say that Alex Terrible is a neo-Nazi and homophobe. It's tough for me to agree with the homophobic statement because there's not really any evidence of this. It's just like a rumor that goes around via Reddit comments. I don't see anything on Twitter or interviews or anything. It's just people claiming he is without any evidence. Now, I'm not saying that Alex can't be homophobic. He might be. I don't know. I just can't say I know for a fact because, again, it's just like a lot of people on Reddit or Twitter saying he is with no proof or screenshots to back it up. But here's the thing. He had a black sun tattoo on his elbow, so it's not out of the realm of possibility that he is or was homophobic at some point. But if you have the evidence he's homophobic, let me know in the comments because I do think it's important for me to know and for other people to know if such thing exists. As for the whole neo-Nazi thing, Alex Terrible did have a black sun tattoo on his elbow. And this tweet sums up the definition of the black sun tattoo. It's used by various white power, neo-Nazi, and far-right groups, focus on white supremacy, and it's well known. Generally, probably not the type of thing you get tattooed without knowing exactly what it is. Hope this helps. I don't know the context of this because when you open this link, it's just like a broken link. But he did cover up the tattoo eventually. He blacked it out because he knew it affect his growth as like a public figure. But then eventually he realized like, wow, it's probably a good thing that I covered that up because it's a pretty fucked up symbol. So like he then later realized like, yeah, that wasn't good to have. Now he did touch on this in the No Jumper podcast. I'm gonna play you a few clips and let him clear the air, and it's up to you If you want to believe him or not, let's go ahead and watch.
I'm not against gay people or whatever. I don't give a shit. I never been racist actually. In Russia, it was like not fashion, but wave of right-wing guys. Because we had these hard times with the people from the other regions, poor people from the mountains, from the poor fucking small villages. People start to come to the big cities, for example, from Yekaterinburg, from Moscow, and they start to do like gang shit, like fucking like dirty stuff, you know, and they scream, hey, yeah, we're from mountains, blah, blah, being fucking crazy. People like Slavic people, like white people, you know, they start to realize like, what the fuck is going on? I don't like this. And they start to being a part of right wing. And I was like, hang out with these guys, you know, because they hit gym, they hit MMA gym. So I was hanging out with these guys, and these guys obviously was a right wing guys, but it's not like Nazis or fucking racist. They just fucking do this stuff, like right stuff, you know. Some of them being fucking racist, all this shit, I don't give a fuck. But I had this fucking tattoo black sun, you know, because I was reading about this esoteric and fucking philosophy stuff. But to be honest, this is a right fucking Third Reich symbol, you know, like this fucking Hitler.
Yeah, right, because
he took
like
it,
pagan.
but who cares?
Yeah.
With these symbols, people got, my people, like Russian people, you know, we fought against this shit. But anyway, I did this stuff, and I was like, okay, right now I'm a tough guy, you know what I mean? Like stupid teenager stuff. But I like paid this price because I got cancelled, and after that I was like, okay guys, I will cover it up. Okay. You know, I was afraid of all this shit, losing my career and stuff. But then after like maybe 3 years, 4 years, I'm like realized, okay, I actually was stupid, you know. I grew up, and it was like in my stupid past. But right now, people saying I'm like still Nazi. I'm like he's hiding, he's not Nazi. I don't give a shit, dude, because this is the price I'm paying still, you know.
Now back to the whole tour drama thing. Alex Terrible actually did respond to all the hate. He posted this on his Instagram. Let's go ahead and read it. I went to Suicide Silences and Dying Fetuses pages and read all the hate comments from people. They mad about our own headline tour. Listen, I grew up with Suicide Silence music and never imagined they will open for my band. To be honest, I still don't know how to react for this band. For me personally, I prefer touring without any support band. Just us. And we did it a lot of times already and sell out big venues, which is very, very good. But people will always complain it was just us and they want more. Well, our team worked it out and asked sick bands to tour with us, and now people complain this band touring with us cause of us in our own tour. What the f? Obviously, Alex Terrible is Russian. His English, it's not perfect, okay? But reading that felt like I was texting one of my Peruvian cousins via WhatsApp. And before people pointed out, I am aware, yes, this is a flag from Portugal. I am Portuguese and Peruvian. I think last video, maybe 2 videos ago, someone commented, just so you know, that's a Portuguese flag, not Brazil. I didn't even mention Brazil in that entire fucking video. I don't know, whatever. But we did have Chris Garza of Suicide Silence actually comment on this post, and he said, I'm proud of your band, Alex. We know that comments in the real world are 2 different things. And if I'm being 100% real with you, he is not wrong. Again, I covered it in that other video I did, and I'll link it at the end of this one. But people in the comment section are such a minimal percent of the motherfuckers that actually listen to your band and want to see you live. So bands that tour with problematic ones, they don't actually see a hit in their music at all. It's just the crowd that's like chronically online that stray away from your project or maybe don't want to give it a chance. And that is the hit that these bands take when they go on tour with these problematic ones. It's like they might damage their core community a little bit. Like imagine you fuck with Suicide Silence heavy, you're in their Reddit, you're in their Discord, X, Y, and Z, and then you see they're touring with Slaughter to Prevail and you really don't fuck with Alex. You might be turned off from that community, but in turn, the band is going to see a bunch more new members from their community to their community from touring with this band. But be honest, if you really fuck with Suicide Silence and you see that they're touring with Slaughter to Prevail, are you truly going to not listen to Suicide Silence anymore? Like, be real. I'm sure a handful of people might not listen to Suicide Silence anymore, but again, the odds of that happening are so small. Like, sub, join the Discord, become a member, and click right here, because this is when we cover the Falling in Reverse tour drama, and I go a little bit more in detail in that video.